Dear America, on behalf of all of my African American people, we're angry. We're angry because it's the year 2020 and my people and I still suffer from racial discrimination that should have been dealt with a long time ago. We're angry because no matter what we do for the community or how many degrees we have, we'll still be judged negatively due to the color of our skin. We're angry because we know that the people who are supposed to be here to serve and protect are the people that's doing the killings and are not being dealt with accordingly for their actions. The police and racist Caucasians are the biggest threats to the nation, but yet we're labeled the thugs. It's like every time I look up, there's another story of how a cop killed an unarmed black person for no apparent reason. It's to a point where we can't do normal societal things. Why is it that when we leave our home, the thought of us getting harassed or making it home safe is something that we constantly think about? Why is it that whenever we get stopped by police in public, we must pull out a phone to document those potentially life-threatening moments? Why is it that whenever we get killed or wrongfully convicted, we must scream louder than ever just to receive justice and peace? Everything isn't about race, they say. Oh please, so why does the justice system only favor one side of color? Social distancing in New York City clearly only applies to one side of color. The cops raid black neighborhoods and arrest minorities for standing and receiving fresh air, but hand out masks and are super friendly to Caucasians having picnics with hundreds of people, publicly violating social distancing rules. We constantly hear, why do you guys always try to be victim? Same thing applies to the topic of slavery. You weren't a slave, so just let it go. Yes, slavery ended hundreds of years ago. And although we may not have personally gone through those hardships, it still affects us today. It affects us due to the fact that Caucasians still have power over us, where they can walk into our homes and kill us with no penalties because they were drunk and walked into the wrong home, where they can shoot up our schools and get a slap on the wrist because they were diagnosed with a mental illness, where they can just point a finger and blame us for doing something with no evidence, but having an all-white jury would just give us no chance in winning. We're tired of asking for change in America. The list of unlawful killings go way back to Emmett Till, Amadou Diallo, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, Eric Garner, and most recently Sean Reed and Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud Arbery, and I say that name proudly, a young brother going for a jog that turned deadly. He was hunted down and killed by two white supremacists. His family's voice hasn't been heard and justice surely haven't been served, and we're supposed to be okay with that? I mean, switch roles for a second. If there were a couple of African Americans who hunted down and killed a young Caucasian male due to the fact that he was jogging, there would be new headlines with all types of derogatory terms and trust and believe that justice would have been served, but since it's us, it gets swept under the rug. America, what are we doing? No, seriously, what are we doing? It seems like we take 10 steps forward and get pushed 100 steps backward. We rally, we protest, we make videos, but nothing seems to work. We're tired. What's it gonna take for you guys to see beyond our black skins and understand that our lives matter just as much as yours? But dear black people, we're tough. Black don't crack. No matter how many times they try to dehumanize us or belittle us, we gotta understand that we're special and we're doing things that our ancestors from generations back would be proud of. We're breaking curses. Many of us are first-generation college graduates, first doctors in our families, world-class athletes, starting businesses, building foundations. Let's be proud. Let's come together and take out the common enemies the best way that we know how, and that's by killing them with success. Every day, be better than you were yesterday. No matter how many steps they try to push us back, let's continue to keep our eyes on the goal and let's push forward. I am proud to be black, and you should be too.